the first 2 bytes. So that's the answer. What's that first 2 bytes? The maximum size, the initial value for the actual size, and then the byte where the string will be stored or saved. So that means, so assuming that the maximum size is 20, the initial actual content will be 0 since you haven't inputted any string. Okay, so by default, or no, you initialize that by 0. And of course, the string character. So we can initialize that as 0. Question, can I initialize this with 10? With 10? And can I initialize this with 24? Yes or no? Yes or no? So, mga ganong questions sa exam. Okay? True or false lang yun. Madali lang. So, you have here 10. So, question. Question. Can I initialize this second byte and third byte with this given value? Yes or no? Yes. Yes, it's okay. You initialize this with 10 or any other because once you entered a string, this particular value will be changed. Will be changed to what? To the number of characters inputted. Okay? So, even if you initialize it with 0, with 10A, with 0A, and so on, it doesn't matter because once you enter this string, this second byte will change. What will be the changes? The actual number of characters inputted. So, if I input Mapua, what will be the second byte content? What will be the content of the second byte? M-A-P-U-A, so 5. So, this will become 5. So, it will be overwritten. How about here? What is the value of 24? What is 24? Yan yung dollar sign. Okay, so if I enter Mapua, will this dollar sign be changed? Will it change? Yes or no? Yes, because the M will save in this location. So the ASCII character M will be saved in this given byte. Okay. So what does this part of the program do? Ito. Ano yung ginagawa nitong instruction na to? What does it do? So, that means, what is BL here? What is BL? What is BL? The address of the string. Remember, load effective address BX, whatever the string input. Okay? So, ito yung in-enter ko. So, ito yon, this particular line. So, if I entered Mapua, okay, it says here, load effective address BX, whatever the string. So, what will be saved in BX? Letter, number 20, letter, 10D, or letter M. What will be the content of your BX? So, BX, tatlong choices. What will be the content of the BX? The 20, the maximum size, the address, or the ASCII character M? The address. So, load effective address from the instruction itself, which means it will store, the BX will contain the address of the string input. Okay, so that is 10D. Now, so we already know that the content of your base register is an address. So, what does it do, this particular part? So, whatever yung address, so ang address nun is 010D. So, that's the content of BX. This is the BL, correct? That's the BL. And, so, i-add down natin siya with BX minus 1. Ano to yung BX minus 1? What is this BX minus 1? What will be the content of your BX here? BX is address, right? What address? What's the address? Are you sure? Yes, yung 10D. Okay, so ano yung 10D? What is this 10D? Itong address na nitong first character mo. Okay? Now, so, whatever yung in-input mo, so, bx, what will be bx minus 1? Yan yung actual, so this is the actual size. So, that means, whatever yung address plus yung actual size will be what? That will be the new content of your BL. Okay? Now, so in this case, what will be the, what does it do? So, move byte pointer BX, what does it do? So, basically, it assigns $sign at the end of the Mapua. So, what does the $sign do? Okay, so it eliminates yung garbage or yung extra character. Okay, so load effective address BX010F. Ano yung 010F? 010F is yung first character, which is M. Okay, so the address of M, and then BX minus 1, what does it do? So, BX minus 1, so ito yung 10F, 10E is this one, right? What is this data? What is this data? The actual size. So, yung actual size, ilalagay siya ngayon sa counter. So, what does it do? What is the role of this counter? That is the number of characters inputted. So, how many is that? If you inputted Mapua, how many characters? That will be 5. So, what does it mean? It will loop 5 times. Okay? Now, eto, in this part, what does it do? This part. Outputting a character. And what character? 0A is line feed. Okay? So, that means, so enter, 13 is enter. So, meaning, the cursor will go to the next line. Okay? So, if I have here Rosemary, right? So, yung cursor will be here. Correct? Correct? If I only put 13, where will the cursor go? Dito sa portion na to. Katapat ng current cursor. Kasi next line lang siya. But if you do 10, what do you mean by 10? That means, pupunta siya dun sa first column. Carriage return. Okay? So, 0A, move AH to BL. So, this one, what does it do? Next line, or enter. Okay, that is enter. Okay. This one, anong part to? So, this particular part, isa-save na ngayon yung M. So, M will be in the data register, lower data register. So, why? Because it will output the character. What is that character? So, if that is M, it will output M. And this, what is this? That is the space. So, you output yung space. And then, proceed to the next character. How do you proceed to the next character? Increment the address. And where is the address located? In BX. So, increment. So, it will go here. Okay? And then, loop 227. So, that means, what happens when you do the loop? So, when you do the loop, it decrement the content of the CX and jump if not 0. Okay, so meaning, while your count register is not 0, it will jump to this memory location. So, 227. Okay, so until it finishes. Okay, so, now, so this particular example enables you to, so I'll just close this one. Okay, so this enables you to save the content. So I have save that given program in in file space num.asm. So whatever program I encoded sa debug, I save it in a file, in an external file. What is that external file? How do I know that that's an external file? Kasi nandito yung drive, 'di ba? This is a drive, which means drive C siya. Where is the program located? Saan siya nakasave? Sa memory or sa RAM. So which means from the RAM, isa-save mo siya sa hard disk. So to do that, two steps. You have to name the particular file. Okay, so the location plus the file name, and then load that particular program. Ito pala, meron akong available file, ilo-load ko siya sa memory. Okay, so later I'll show you kung paano siya magsisave. Okay, so paano isa-save. So in this case, so we have here, so if I will show you the content of the memory, so as you can see, ano yung content ng RAM natin? The content of RAM is 000, which means it doesn't have any instruction. So I've saved the file under this is my hard disk, and I saved that as space num. So ito yung file. Although you will not be able to open it, garbage yung ibibigay niya sa'yo, because it's coming from the memory. So now let's name the file that we have saved. So name the file that is c.asm. Okay, and then load. L means load. Now let's verify the content of the memory location. So now there's the file. Okay, so there's already the program from the hard disk to the memory. Okay, so hindi ko na itutuloy ha. So, sige, unassemble 210. So, yan yung karugtong lang hanggang interrupt increment dx. So, unassemble 22f. So, up to interrupt 21h. Okay. If you will also see, so display the memory location 100, it also shows you the content of the data segment. So, what's the best practice here? So, for the best practice, you declare your data segment prior nung code segment. Okay, so yung data segment mo, para pagka kinopy mo siya or pagka ni-write mo from the RAM to the hard disk, kasama yung data segment. Okay, so how do we write? Okay, so at first, before that, this is also the solution to the seatwork ba yun? Right? Or assignment. So, assignment. So, in this case, so alam niyo, nagawa niyo naman na ata to, need not have to discuss, correct? Hindi ko na kailangan i-discuss, ha? Tama ba? Ha? Discuss. Okay, so in this case, so move A8, so this is the data segment wherein you enter a character and enter the number. Okay. So in this case, you have move AH9, interrupt 21H. What does it do? It outputs the string. What is that string? This one, this particular part. Okay. Then move AH1, interrupt 21. What does it do? Input a character. So, etong part na to. Input a character. Okay. Now, so whatever character that you have inputted, kailangan natin siyang i-save. Bakit? Kasi 'di ba mayroon pa tayong another input. Right? So, meaning so if there's another input, when we proceed with before we proceed with this, we have to save the content of the lower accumulator. Otherwise, it will be overwritten. Okay? So, what are the possible ways that you can save this the content of the accumulator? So, you can use a different addressing mode. You can use the register addressing. You can use direct memory addressing. You can use also the base plus index or, so yon. So, in this case, what kind of addressing is used here? Register. Kasi sinave siya sa register. Question. Can I use AH to to save the content of AL? Pwede ko bang gamitin ng AH? Yes or no? No. Kasi, meron akong move AH9. So, ma-overwrite siya. Correct? How about AL? Hindi, galing na nga siya dun eh. How about CH? Or CL? Pwede? Hindi. Pwede kong gamitin? Yes or no? Pwede ko bang gamitin? Hindi. Kasi gagamitin ko yung counter. Diba? Gagamitin ko siya for this. Correct? Correct? So, how about yung DL at saka DH? O, DH or DL, pwede ko ba siyang gamitin? Ha? Yes or no? Yung DL, hindi ko pwedeng gamitin. How about yung DH? Pwede. So, yung DH, pwede kong gamitin. Okay? Sundan? Okay, now, in this case, so, how about if I will ask you to use direct addressing to save this particular inputted character? So, what if, say for example, the requirement is use direct addressing? So, what are you going to do? Direct addressing means a memory location. So, meaning, what do you have to do? Para siyang variable. Okay, so, which means you have to declare a variable. So, mag-enter ka in a memory location, say for example, at, can I use 120? Can I use 120? No, kasi siya ay code segment. Alin yung available? Ito, yung 110. Diba 110, enter key lang. Right? 110. So, I can use 110 and initialize that with 0. So, if you will be using a direct addressing, what will be the solution here? So, you have to move in memory addressing 110, whatever the content of AL. Nakuha. Sundan, direct addressing. Okay? Now, if, say for example, base plus index or indirect addressing. So, sige, doon na tayo sa indirect addressing. You have to save the content of the AL using indirect addressing. What are you going to do? Ano yung extra instruction that you have to do? Yes, miss. Asa na yung ano? Ano yung extra instruction that you have to do if that is indirect addressing? So, that means you have to initialize your addressing registers with the address of the memory location. Correct? Nakuha? So, hindi ko na gagawin. So, you have to initialize the register used for addressing with the address of this of the memory. So, example, you have the load effective address BX, whatever yung address 110. And then, that's the time you will move whatever the content in the BX, the content of AL. Kuha? Okay. So, pagka naman base plus index. So, meron siyang base and meron siyang index. Okay. So this part, what does it do? So, move AH, the 010F, it does the output of enter number. Okay. So, this one again inputs the character. So, if I input 4, what will be the content of your AL? If I input 4, what will be the content of AL? AL is 34. ASCII character 34. So, it has to be a number. Otherwise, if you do move CL, AL, how many times it will loop? 34 hexadecimal. Ang dami nun. Kasi that is in hexadecimal. So, it will loop 34 hex times. So, it has to be in a BCD or binary coded decimal. So, how do you convert a given ASCII character to binary coded decimal? Paano magiging 4 ang 34? Minus 30. So, then you have the sub AL30 to convert to BCD. And then, whatever the number, so the result here will be 4, it will be saved where? In the in the count register or in the CL. Okay, so CL now will have, yan. So, bakit hindi ko pwedeng ilagay ang yung R sa CH? Kasi ang mangyayari yun, ano ba ang ASCII character ng R? Hindi ko alam ASCII character. So, halimbawa, ang ASCII ang in-enter ko is A na lang, uppercase A. And uppercase A is 41, correct? So, AL will have a content of 41, tapos, so CL will have a content of 41, and CH will have a content of 41, and CL will have a content of 4. So, ilan yung i-increment ng CX? 414 hexadecimal. So that's why you cannot use the count register for that. So this one, what does it do? Ano gagawa niya? It outputs next line, okay? Enter, and this one is, this is carriage return, and this is next line. So this is the actual data. What is that data? Yung in-input kong R, which was saved in PL. Okay? And then loop, 014A. Ano yung 014A? So 014A is this one. So interrupt 21H. So question, why it just only loop here? Why not here in 0148? Bakit dito sa portion na to nag-loop instead of here? Pwede ko bang i-loop siya sa 148? Pwede ko bang gawin dito? Loop 0148. Yes or no? Pwede? Pwede ba? Yes, pwede naman, di ba? Kaya lang, bakit hindi ko siya nilagay doon? Kasi hindi naman natin papalitan yung DL, di ba? Sa same pa rin yung content niya. Ano yung content nun? Yung R. So, when are you going to loop in this particular location? Sa 148. Kailan siya when are you going to use that it will loop in this particular address? Whenever the content of your register changes. Pag iba yung character na i-output mo. Okay, so, move AH4C, interrupt 21H. What does it do? It exit to DOS. Okay, so to be able to save that particular the code or the program, okay? So you have to name. Again, you have to name the file. Okay, so that particular file, ano yung rule doon? It should have an extension name .asam. Okay, so .asam space. Now, you have to specify the size of the program. So, remember, yung size ng program ko here, ano yung size ng program ko dito? Nakita. Okay. Yung size ng program ko is hanggang 151. Right? So, ito yung 150 interrupt 21H. Ilang bytes to? 2. So, 150, 151. Ano yung next address nun? 152. Nakuha? So, that will be the size. So, which means, included na yung whatever yung content ng memory location, 100. Nasundan? Nakuha? Okay. Now, so here, so again, name the file using the N, and then specify in the count register the number of bytes of the program. So as you can see, when you type, ilan yung size nun? 152, and then you proceed with the write. So let's check. Say I assemble at memory location 200. Okay. So move AX 1, 2, 3, 4. Move CX 5, 6, 7, 8, and then add AX CX. So what is the next? So pag ginamit ko yung 200 hanggang 208, it will copy from the 100. Nasundan? So we can start from the 100. So assemble at 100. So move AX 1, 2, 3, 4. So move CX 5, 6, 7, 8, and then add AX, whatever the content of CX. So, ang size niya is 108. So, I will name the file so here I have already one. So, I will name the file R. Okay, walang R siya. May R ba? Wala. So, I will name the file r.asam. Okay. And RCX, ilan yung size niya? 108. And then, write. So, as you can see, r.asam is saved. Nakuha? Kuha? Sundan? And then, so, I'll close this to make sure that it's clear yung content ng RAM mo or ng memory. So, name C r.asam. And so, before that, I have to show, so, unassemble memory location 100. So, yan yung content. Nasundan? Yan yung content. Now, this time, let's load the memory. So, this unassemble 100, there's the file. Nakuha? That memory location 100 earlier, 000 yon. Tama? So, since we loaded the file from the hard disk, ito na yung sinave natin kanina. Nasundan? Nasundan? So, ito, yan na yung content nun before. Nasundan ba? Okay. So, on to the next topic. So, now we will proceeding with the TASAM or the assembler. So, in assembler, when you write in the debug, you are directly writing the program to the memory. Okay? So, when you're writing in assembler, what does it do is just like in high-level language, you do the compilation first, right? So, after you compile, what will happen? It will go from the hard disk, it will go to the memory. So, in this case, that's what we will do. We will be saving the file, okay, as an ASAN file in a particular secondary storage. And then when we do the assembler, okay, we will assemble, there is an assembler, what will happen? It will create an object file and mapped in the memory. So, but before we discuss with the how to write the program, we have to learn the different directives, reserved words, and so on. So, for the reserved words, so you cannot use, just like in C++, you cannot use for as a identifier, right? Why? Because for is part of the for loop. Okay, you cannot use int because that is a reserved word. So, what are the reserved words? So, the instructions such as move, add. I always encounter, what do you call this? Keyword problem with name, N-A-M-E. So, if I use a variable name, it gives me a warning or an error. So, you should not use the N-A-M-E. So, you may use num or any other name. Okay? Okay. So, directives. So, directives such as end or segment. So, there are two ways to write the assembly language, the conventional format and the simplified format. So, in conventional format, you need to specify the directive segment itself. So, ito yon. Now, para siyang HTML, nakatag. What do we mean by tag? Diba sa HTML, you have HTML and then close HTML. Right? So, the same goes here. When you have a particular block, so there is a segment, start of the segment, and the end. Okay? So, operators such as far and size, which are used in expression. So, what do we mean by far? Far means beyond 164 kilobytes. Okay? So, if you have near, the size of your program will be less than 164 kilobytes. Okay, so operate predefined symbols such as @data and @model. So, what does it do? It's a label used for data segment and the code segment and the model. So, model means the size of your program. So, you have tiny, small, large, huge, and medium. So, later on, I will show you the table that will compare the different sizes or model. So here, identifier, so alam niyo na to, ano yon? It should not start with a number. You can use either A to Z, so you can use 0 to 9. So special characters can be used as question mark, underscore, dollar sign, at sign, and period. So identifiers can be used for name and label. So what is the difference between the name and the label? What is the difference between the name and the label? So, yung name, yun yung variable. Say, halimbawa, say, I have here name, Nam, DB, Rosemary, or Rose. So, this is the name. What about the label? So, label means you have here the exit. So, the content of this particular line will be an instruction. So, exit means move AH 4C, H, interrupt 21H. So, directives versus instructions. So, directives, it can only be used by the assembler. Okay? Halimbawa, one example with that, in instruction, you can use the load effective address, say, BX, whatever the address. Okay? So, you may use this also. So, load effective address, BX, memory location 100. However, this can also be written by move BX offset whatever the content of memory location or the direct addressing. However, in debug, you cannot use that. Okay, so there are instructions that you can use in the TASAM, but you cannot use in debug. Nasundan. So one evident example of that is the offset. Okay, so commands that are recognized and acted upon by the assembler. One example also, assume. So assume you cannot use in debug. Okay, you cannot use in debug. What else? The segment you cannot use in debug. So segment defines a particular segment, data segment, code segment, stack segment, and so on. What else? A procedure. You cannot use proc and P. So procedure is the starting, and P is the termination of the procedure. Okay. Medyo maliwanag ka. So, in defining your segment, so this one is used. So when you see a segment, that means you're using as a TASAM or assembler. Now, so the name is the variable or the name of the segment. So this is the directive. What do we mean by align? So align is the size of the boundary of the segment. So by default, that is in paragraph. So whenever you have a line that is para, so for example, I have here code SG segment. The alignment is para, which means paragraph, that particular segment is subdivided into 16 bytes. So, by 16 bytes. So, if you have a segment that is greater than 16 bytes, hindi na yun part of the segment. So, you have, omission of the align operand causes the assembler to default to a paragraph. Combine type. So, combine type indicates whether to combine the segment with other segments when they are linked after assembly. So, what do we mean by combine? Example, I have here 1.asm, okay, and then another 2.asm. Ano to? 2 files to, right? 2 files actually. So, 2 files siya. So, in each of this particular file, meron siyang segment. So, meron siyang .data segment, meron din siyang .data segment. Okay, so, combine means, so, once you assemble this, magkikreate siya ng .obj, correct? So, it will create a .obj file, okay? So, combine means, so, this particular segment is combined with this particular segment. So, two separate program siya, two separate, by default, or technically speaking, two separate segments siya. So, then, two separate segments. Now, So the class type, so linking, so class type, so the class entry enclosed in apostrophes is used to group related segments when linking. So what do you mean by class type? So say for example, in one.asm, okay, I have here a segment. So I have a segment S1. So segment, meron siyang class type na data. Okay. So within that one.asm, I have also S2, another segment. S2 segment. So, halimbawa, ito ay one.asm. Okay. One.asm. I have here segment 1. This is defined as data. Okay. I have here C1. This is defined as code. I have here S2. This is defined as data. Ano yung mapapansin nyo dito? Hindi continuous yung segment niya, data segment, right? Because so assuming that this address is 100, that this address is 200, and this address is 300. So which means hindi siya continuous. So when you say combine, it combines this address with this address as one. Okay? Pagka kinreate yung object file. Nakuha? Okay, so that is the class type. So whenever a particular segment is of the same class, it will be combined at linking. Okay, so this is an example of a conventional segment directive. What do we mean by conventional? So it makes use of the directives. The directive. What are the directives here? So you have here the page. Okay, so page means 60 lines with 132 characters. So what does it mean? So this is your given program. Meron siyang 60 lines. So each line is 132 characters. Page is optional. Title also is optional. So it doesn't have to be in every program that you use, but it makes you what do you call this, for information, gives you information. So this is an example of the segment directive. Which one is the keyword here? The directive, assembly directive. Which part is the directive? Yung segment. Diba? Segment. Ano pa? What type is this? Ano tawag nyo dito sa part na to? Alignment. This one, combine, and this one is the class. How about this? What do you call this? What kind of, what do you call this one? Stack SG. That is the name. Okay, that is the name. Okay? Okay, pinaka-name nung segment mo. Okay. So, segment, so it ends with NS. Okay. So, same goes with the data segment. Now, in code segment, so you also have NS. And what is another directive used here? You have the procedure or proc. Proc is used to create a procedure or function. Okay, so function. So, it is terminated by NP. Now, what else do we notice here? You have here the assume. So, assume. Okay. So, what does it do? It initializes the segment register. So, SS means that is the stack segment register. What will be the content of the stack segment register? Whatever the address of the stack SG. Nasundan? Ako ba? So, data segment register will have a base address of this data seg, okay, and the code segment will have the base address of this. Okay, so set address of data seg. So this particular segment, okay, move AX data seg SG DSAX. It is available both in the simplified and the conventional form. So what does it do? It means that so it saves the address of the data SG to the data segment. Okay, so yung actual address nung because you cannot do like this. So move DS AX. It's not valid. You cannot save direct data to the data. You cannot move data from register to data segment. You cannot also use move CS, say for example, CX. So, these are invalid instruction. Okay, how about move DSCS? You cannot do that. Okay? So, you have to put that first in a register. So, ano yon? We use the accumulator. Okay? So, accumulator. So, and of course, here, when you write a program, there's always an entry point. So, in this given example, the entry point is the main. So, even the high-level language, there's always an entry point. And that entry point must be terminated. Otherwise, there will be an error, illegal termination of the program. So, how do you resolve that? You need to have an end main. So, you terminate that entry point. So, segment definition. So, in simplified form. So, instead of writing that stack, how did we write the stack again? So, SSG, then segment, diba? Ang haba nun. Segment, para, stack, and then stack. So, instead of writing this, we can eliminate the segment and just do the dot operator. So, that stack, okay, and you define the size of your stack. Say, for example, define byte 32. 32. What does it mean? Meron siyang available na 32 bytes of stack. Okay, yung size ng stack mo. If I have, say, for example, define word 32, what will be the size of your stack? If I have defined word 32, what will be the size of the stack? 64. Kasi in one, how many bytes are there in Word? 2 bytes. So, how many words to? 32 words. So, times 2, that will be 64 bytes. Okay, so, instead of using the long way, so that is data, segment, okay, you can rewrite this in simplified form as data. Okay, start up and so on. So, exit, so, these are the different, for the model directive. So, we have the type, where do you use this? So, that model, say for example, tiny. What do we mean by that model tiny? That means that it has both data and code segment combined with the size of 64K. So, compact, number of code segments, it has one code segment. You can have many data segments. So, the data and code segments are not combined. So, the segment size is 64K. So, that model small, there is one code segment and one data segment, both with 64K. So, medium, you can have many code segments, but only one data segment, and that the size of that segment is 64 KB. So, large, so you can have many code segment. You can also have more than one data segment, each of which with 64 KB. So, if you have, say for example, an application that it involves interrupt 10H, you cannot just use the tiny. Kasi ang maximum size lang nun is 64 kilobytes, both together with data and code segment. So, pag both na yon. So, just take note of this. So, ito pa yung other description. So, just take note of this. So, flat is used with 32-bit system. So, segment, okay na to, na-discuss ko na siya. So, assume directive. Do I have to repeat this? Okay na to, di ba? Then we have, so this is the example of this simplified versus full segment directive. So, as you can see, if I have a stack segment, it makes use of the segment directive. However, that is only equivalent with the that stack. Okay? If I have the data segment from here to here, it will only be defined by that data and whatever the value. Same lang. So done. And for the code segment, so instead of using the segment directive such as this, you can use the dot code. Okay. And no need to use for the assume directive. So you can proceed with the instruction. Okay. So exe file versus com file. So there are two programs that you can that can be created after the TASAM. So ano yon? Yung .com, so yung .com at saka yung .exe. What is the difference between the two? So .exe means you are using different segment registers. So for example, in debug, remember, whatever the content of the code segment is equivalent to the data segment is equivalent to the stack segment, which is 07073F ata yun. Diba? Yan yung initial address. In .exe, each of this will have a different segment. So you have 100 for the data segment, code segment will be 200. Time na ba? What time is it? Okay, so code segment 200 and the stack segment will also a different stack. Okay? Stack segment is defined, the data segment is defined, code data defined at any offset address. So, yun yung difference. So, smaller file, it takes less memory. This one is larger file, which takes more memory. Okay? So, this is how you, sana maliwanag. So, how you create a ASAM file. So, first, what you have to do is to create the file, TASAM file. So, how do you do that? You may use either edit.com, okay, edit.com, or Notepad, okay, or any text editor you may use. Pwedeng Notepad++, and so on. In my case, text edit at ang gawin ko. So, once you've already created the file in the Notepad, you can perform the ASAM. Okay? So, the TASAM or the assembling. So, to do that, you have the keyword TASAM and whatever the file name. Okay? After if it doesn't have any error, so it will create an obj file or object file, and this object file, so file.obj, this is the one that you have to link. So, you can use the link. So in our assembler, we will be using the link. So link whatever the file, so semicolon, so that it will not proceed to the question because it will ask you a question. And then to run, so you just write the file name. Okay. So for an example, okay, so this is an example of the TASAM file. Okay, what kind of TASAM file is this? Is it simplified or conventional? Simplified. So this is the equivalent assembler program of the debug that we used earlier. So equivalent siya. It produces the same output. Okay, so enter mo yung Rosemary and then it will output the Rosemary into space with space. Say, ano yung difference nito? This one, diba remember, in-enter natin to at memory location 100, tama? In-enter natin to at memory location 11D, something, correct? So, this is another memory location, which means line feed carriage return. Remember, earlier, nag-move AH2 pa tayo, move AH2, move DL 0A, diba? Interrupt 21H. Then, nag-move DL 0D, interrupt 21H. Ano yung ginawa nito? Next line, carriage return. Right? So, instead of having this, pwede mo siyang ilagay sa memory location, which is 10, 0A, 13, 0D, and at the end of that, merong $sign. Nakuha? So, hanggang doon lang yung i-output niya. However, how are you going to output this? So, gagamitin nyo lang is move AH9, so, load effective address DX, whatever the line feed, carriage return, interrupt 21H. So, in this case, natipid mo yung memory location or memory space mo. Okay, so this is another way of writing this. So, creating a memory location with this particular bytes included. So, as you can see here, so in every program, in every assembly language program, if you're using a data segment, you have to initialize your data segment register. Okay, so lahat by default, it's like that. So, ito, move AH9, load effective address, enter. So, enter. Pareho lang siya nung program kanina, di ba? Ang difference lang is ito, kasi ang ginamit natin to output that is this one. Nasusundan. Nakuha? Okay. So, ito naman, since ginamit natin is yung direct addressing, so here, earlier, how did we write yung, how did we get yung, yung content how did we get the address of the string that we inputted? 'Di ba meron tayong BX, so load effective address BX, at saka yung address nun ay 100 ba yun? 110. Halimbawa 110. So in this case, instead of using 110, meron siyang identifier. Okay, easier siya. You need not have to remember yung address na 100. We don't have to be concerned ourselves with number. Okay? With number alone. Kasi sa debug, in debug, how do you get the memory location or the memory address? How do you get the location, the memory location? How do you get? Yung address enclosed by open and close square bracket. 'Di ba sa debug? Correct? So, pag hindi mo yan nilagyan ng open and close square bracket, ano yun? It will serve as what? Value. Okay? So, in TASAM, hindi na natin problema yung actual address ng memory mo kasi pwede mong gamitin yung identifier, yung name. Okay? So, meaning this enter, yung enter na to, actually yan yung memory location 100. Nasusundan? So, yung name, yan yung actually na memory location na 11D. Nasusundan? So, as you can see here, ito, ano to? What kind of addressing is this? What kind of addressing did we use? So, load effective address BX, whatever the content of 10D? 10D ba yun? So, 10D. Anong klaseng addressing to? What kind of addressing is this? Direct addressing. Kasi yung address mismo. So, ito, this is also considered a direct addressing kasi yan yung address ng variable mo. Nasundan? Nasundan? So, kapag ka English-like na yung variable mo, that means that's a direct addressing. Nasundan? So, however, in this case, so direct addressing plus 2, anong ibig sabihin nito? So, yung second byte. Correct? So, ito yung 200, ito yung num, ito yung num plus 1, ito yung num plus 2. Nasundan? Which means, yun yung actual location ng character na in-input. Nasundan? Ibig sabihin, itong R na to, ang address nito is name plus 2. Nasundan? Okay, so that's the address of the R. So, move CLBX minus 1. What does it do? What does it do? So, pagka na plus 2, minus 1, ano yon? Yun yung, yung actual size. Nakuha? That's the actual size. So, the actual size will be put in the CL. So, same program lang siya with the one that we discussed earlier. So, ano lang yung difference nun? Ito, ang difference niya, instead of the ASCII character 20, the space is 20. So, here in assembly language, you can write the actual character provided it's enclosed by quotation, single quotation or double quotation. So in this case, you have a space instead of writing 20 hexadecimal. Nakuha? But can you also use 20 hexadecimal in this case? Can you also use? Yes or no? Yes, pwede rin. Okay? Pero pwede ko bang ilagay na 20? Can I do move DL20? Why not? Kasi 20 here is decimal. In decimal. Okay, so by default, whatever you write there with no postscript, suffix, binary, octal, decimal, that will serve as a, hexadecimal, that will serve as a decimal. Okay. So, So, ito yung pinaka-program niya. So, I use the TextMate. So, this is the content. Okay, so let's see if how do we run. So, we have to quit from the debug and then perform the TASM. So, one.asm. That one or that one.asm will do. So, what it will produce? It will give you if there's no error or no warning. So, which means it creates the object file. Okay, so once the object file is created, you do the link. You do the link and then the name of the object file. Then one.
Pwede po mag-benda ng public.
Later, wait lang. So, one. When you enter, okay, so this is the difference. When there's only one, so mag-enter ka pa ng mag-enter. But if you do link one, semicolon, it will go straight. Okay? So, then, so once it's already created, so that means it will create either a com or so, dir ko yung laman ng one.asterisk. Ano yung mga na-create niya? Nakapag-create siya ng object file ng exe. Okay, so once, so ano yung output ng link? Ang output ng link will be yung exe file. Okay, so how to run? So just the file name, so whatever the name of the exe. So one, so it will, and then outputs the data or the content. Nasundan? Okay, so in this case, so write a program that will prompt the user to enter name and use character input to save in memory. So, di ba ginawa na natin to kanina? Right? Ano yung difference from the previous program? So, the difference will be you will not be using move AH 08H. So, 0AH or move AH10 or string input. Nakuha. So, move AH, load effective address DX, whatever the name of the interrupt 21H. So, ibig sabihin, ano yung gagawin natin? We will be using the character input to save in the memory location. What will be the concern if we will be using move AH1 interrupt 21H? Ano yung magiging concern natin? What will be the concern? Di mo alam ano yung, so tama, may loop to, 'di ba? Kasi maglo-loop siya. Kasi string 'yon, right? Ang tanong, paano mo malalaman yung ika-count mo? What will be the value of your count? Saan manggagaling to? So it's either program na ang laman ng counter mo ay, say for example, maximum niya ay 20. So, ibig sabihin, within the program, you can put here move CX20, meaning you can only input up to 20. You can only input only 20. Nasundan? If you will input 3, 4, so for example, I will only input rows, it will not accept. Kasi it will expect you to input 20 characters. So, what if, say for example, I would like to write only rows? So, halimbawa, ito. So, TASM, ano ba yun? So, 2. So, here, rows, it outputs, right? And then, I will input again, Rosemary, still outputs. And then, if I will input again, Rosemary Pellegrino, it will still accept. Okay? So, then, ibig sabihin, variable yung number of characters mo. Ang tanong, what will control the number of characters inputted? Kasi ibig sabihin, you cannot set from the very beginning or within the program that your counter is 20. Kasi pag sinet mo siyang 20, maglulup siya ng hanggang 20. Hanggang, hindi ka pwede mag-input ng 4, hindi ka pwede mag-input ng 9, ang pwede mo lang i-input is 20 characters. Nasusundan? Sundan. So, ano yung magiging control nyo? What will be your control so that it will be able to accept 4 characters, 9 characters, or 20 characters? So, remember when I do, ano yung common? If I do 2, I enter rows, ano yung common? If I do 2, nag-enter ako ng rows, Marie, ano yung common? Kailan siya nagte-terminate? Enter key, 'di ba? Tama? So kapag pinress ko yung enter key, ibig sabihin tapos na yung input, tapos na yung role ng AH1, correct? Sundan? So, ano yung what will be the which will control the termination or yung exit ng loop? Yung enter key. So that means when you enter, so move AH1. So that means when you do move AH1, you compare whatever the content of AL with 13. Kung yan ay equal, exit na, di ba? Jump if equal, ibig sabihin, magpiprint ka na. Nasusundan? Pero kapag hindi mo in-input ang 13, ano yung gagawin niya? Babalik siya dito. Mag-i-input siya ng mag-i-input. Nasusundan? So, magja-jump siya saan? Magja-jump siya dito sa address na to, sa X. Nasusundan? Nakuha? Okay, so yun yung okay, so here's the code. Okay, so basically, so same din yung content. So yung num mo, ano yung difference ng num mo? So yung num mo doesn't have to define yung it doesn't have to define yung maximum at saka yung actual size. Kasi ano yung magde-determine nung size niya? Yung enter. But ano yung magiging concern natin? Okay, so, pag in-enter ko yung enter key, paano ko malalaman kung ilang beses ko siya i-output, di ba? Kasi yung pag-enter key, 13, yung compare AL13, ano lang yung ginagawa nun? Siya lang ang magdetermine kung mag-exit ka ng move AH1. Correct? Kailan ka so, move AH1, interrupt 21H. Kailan matatapos yung pag-i-enter mo ng character? Kapag ka ang in-enter mo na ay 13. Di ba? Tama? Okay. Paano pag nag-output? Diba pag mag-output ka, move AH2, move DL, whatever yung memory location, sa example, nandun siya sa BX num. Okay? Interrupt 21H. Nasundan? Okay. So, increment BX, so maglulup ako sa Y. So, halimbawa, ito yung Y ko. Ang tanong, kailan siya mag-exit ng loop? Dapat may laman yung CX mo, di ba? Kasi, the loop determines, paano siya nag-exit ng loop? Kapag ang count register mo ay equal to 0. Ano yung laman ng count register mo? Paano mo malalagyan ng laman yung count register? Paano? So, dapat may control ka, right? Ano yung control na yon? So, whenever na nag-i-input ako ng character, kina-count ko rin siya. Yun. Nasundan. So, ano yon? Yun yung role ng counter mo. Nakukuha. So, yung counter, define byte 0. So, whenever nag-i-input ako ng character, okay, so, kapag 13 yan, exit. Pag hindi, ano yung gagawin niya? Isa-save niya. So, isa-save niya sa memory location. Okay, so isa-save. And then, at the same time, i-increment niya yung counter. So, ito yon. Ito. So, enter. So, move AH1, interrupt 21H. So, compare AL13, enter key. So, jump if equal, ipiprint niya na or i-output. Pero kapag hindi siya 13 or next line, what will happen? Isa-save niya sa memory. Ano yung memory? How did I get the memory? So, meron ako ditong load effective address BX num. Ano yung num na yon? Itong address na to. Nasundan? So, isa-save niya sa memory, and at the same time, ano yung gagawin? I-increment niya yung counter. Ibig sabihin, isa na yung na-enter kong na-save sa memory. Then, i-increment mo yon, pangalawa na yon, and so on and so forth. Nakuha? Okay? And then, jump X. Tanong, ano yung, okay, so, bakit jump ang inalagay natin dito instead of loop? Ba't hindi loop? Kasi, di ba, looping to, di ba? Right? Bakit hindi loop? Why not loop? Kasi hindi natin alam yung content ng count register, right? We don't have any idea ano yung magiging value ng count register mo. And besides, in this part, so, pag nag-jump ka, ano yung probability nito? Mag-i-infinite loop siya, right? Mag-i-infinite loop lang siya. Kaya lang, pag bumalik siya dito, eto na, di ba? Pagka nag-equal to 13 na siya, mag-i-exit na siya ng loop. So, there's a way to exit that loop or jump. Nakuha. Okay? So, for the output, so, initialize ulit natin yung BX with the content of memory location num. Okay? So, the CL will contain the counter. Ano yung counter na yon? Dito, galing. And then, we'll proceed with the output of the character. So, move AH2, move DL, whatever the content of DX, interrupt 21H, so space, and so on. Nakuha? Sundan? So, my question so far? Yes.